The atmosphere. It is well known that the sun is the natural furnace that supplies the planets with energy. One of the most important features of our sun is that it is a balanced star, providing a constant amount of energy. Solar energy is the secret behind the emergence and flourishing of life on Earth. However, the sun is considered a hydrogen bomb, as scientists describe it. During a solar eclipse, solar flares, jets of burning hydrogen gas, can be seen flowing across space in astonishing masses. The sun releases these gases, which flow as massive rivers through the space surrounding Earth and the rest of the solar system. Additionally, the lethal and destructive cosmic rays pervade the cosmic space, which is also filled with countless swarms of meteors orbiting the sun. What protects Earth's inhabitants from all these dangers is the atmosphere, a layer that extends above us to a height of 1,000 kilometers. One of its most important functions is to shield us from the hazards of space. It also carries water vapor necessary for the formation of clouds and the falling of rain, which is the source of fresh water on Earth and the foundation of life. It is known that rain purifies the air by washing away impurities and suspended dust, and it protects us from low temperatures. The atmosphere is a colorless, tasteless, and odorless gas mixture, in addition to the water vapor it carries, as water vapor is lighter and less dense than dry air. The primary gases that make up the air are nitrogen, which constitutes 78% by volume, oxygen, which constitutes 21% by volume, and other rare gases that make up just 1%. The high percentage of nitrogen in the atmosphere is a manifestation of wisdom and a miraculous design. It makes extinguishing fires possible. If the oxygen percentage were 78% instead, we would not be able to breathe, and it would be impossible to extinguish any large fire, such as a forest fire. Additionally, atmospheric nitrogen contributes to the formation of nitric acids during thunderstorms, which dissolve in rainwater, fertilizing the earth and gradually making it suitable for agriculture. Although the atmosphere extends about 1,000 kilometers above the Earth's surface, the layer that lights up with daylight is a thin shell only about 200 kilometers thick when facing the sun. At this point, sunlight scatters through this relatively dense layer of air. The color that scatters the most is blue, which is why this shell appears blue, forming what we perceive as the blue sky. The blue dome is therefore merely a light phenomenon. If we ascend above this illuminated shell, darkness returns, stars become visible, and the sun appears, but does not light up the dark cosmic space. One of the most dangerous rays that the atmosphere protects us from is the ultraviolet rays emitted by the sun. These rays are extremely harmful, but the Earth's atmosphere only allows a very small fraction to reach the surface. All living beings enjoy life under this miraculous ceiling, and there is no doubt about the miraculous nature of Earth's atmosphere, which is one of the signs of the Creator making life possible on this planet. The unique properties of the atmosphere could not have come together spontaneously or by chance. The atmosphere disintegrates meteors, burns up shooting stars, and allows these celestial bodies to fall as dust or oxides. It carries oxygen and carbon dioxide, which plants absorb and convert back into pure oxygen. The atmosphere allows sound to travel, giving the sense of hearing its meaning and function. It also creates daylight, shapes the Earth's surface through wind and rain, fertilizes most plants, and carries water vapor as air is denser than water vapor, with a density ratio of 5.8. As the air cools when it rises, its ability to hold water vapor decreases, leading to condensation and the formation of clouds, from which rain falls, providing fresh water on Earth. The global wind circulation, the stirring of clouds, and the falling of rain all involve the redistribution of solar energy that the Earth's surface receives, distributing it evenly. Heat is transferred from areas of abundance between the tropics to regions near the poles where it is needed. Scientifically, it is estimated that evaporation and condensation alone account for about 1/3 of the solar energy that reaches the Earth's surface. Is there not a creator behind all this, who manages it all? Humankind cannot fully comprehend the virtues of the atmosphere or the Earth's canopy, and can only marvel at this great sign. Surah Al-Baqarah 64. Indeed, in the creation of the heavens and earth, and the alternation of the night and the day, and the great ships which sail through the sea with that which benefits people, and what Allah has sent down from the heavens of rain, giving life thereby to the earth after its lifelessness, and dispersing therein every kind of moving creature, and his directing of the winds and the clouds controlled between the heaven and the earth, are signs for a people who use reason. Similarly, no human being or knowledge can fully encompass the creativity and miracles of the universe or uncover all the secrets it contains. For example, proteins are merely lifeless substances, and life only emerges in them when they are infused with a mysterious essence that we do not understand. And how do birds, which migrate thousands of miles across deserts and seas to reproduce and thrive in favorable conditions, know their way without getting lost? Or what is the secret of the radar that guides them on their journey? Similarly, fish travel thousands of miles across oceans and seas for the same reasons, on a round trip that takes months, navigating by radar time after time, covering these vast distances without fatigue. The silkworm, which sheds its skin multiple times, eventually builds itself a silk cocoon in which it sleeps for many nights, only to emerge as a delicate and beautiful butterfly. This transformation from one form to another, from a worm to a butterfly, carries all the characteristics and behaviors of that insect, leaving behind its previous state. The amoeba, an organism that lives in water, consists of a single cell and reproduces by splitting, just like all cells. One becomes 2, then 4, and so on. However, when conditions become unfavorable, such as when it faces danger, it begins to reproduce in a strange way. In the face of danger, it secretes a membrane around its body and divides within it into dozens of organisms until the threat passes. It reproduces by splitting, by mating with a male of its kind, or if no male is available, it performs the task itself since its body contains both female and male reproductive organs simultaneously. It is clear that this creature is designed to reproduce continuously to avoid extinction due to the many dangers that surround its environment. So where did the evolution of this organism begin? Did it develop itself with prior knowledge of these dangers, or does the awareness and design belong to the creator who made this creature? Graham Cannon, who was the head of the Department of Biology at the University of Manchester in England and a member of the Royal Society in London, stated in a book he published a few years before his death titled Reflections on the Evolution of Living Organisms, that every living being has a force that drives it to progress and evolve towards a specific goal. This statement is laughable because a bird does not have the ability to change its structure on its own. The reality that scientists should accept is the existence of a force that controls these changes towards a specific goal, and only divine power can bring about this conscious change. Cannon says that Lamarck, one of the great scientists who preceded Darwin in studying the theory of evolution, hypothesized that the formation of a new organ in an animal when needed comes from within the organism itself. Samuel Butler, in this regard, states that it is the Creator who created living beings and then instilled within them the ability to evolve as part of their being. Cannon adds that the evolution of animals is a coordinated, conscious process that progresses towards a defined and predetermined goal, not a series of random coincidences as Darwin claimed. Naturally, when something flies, reducing its weight becomes a priority, and this is evident in birds, which have ingeniously lightened their bodies by developing large air sacs extending from their lungs into their bones to make them lighter. Thus, the bird is designed in such a way that its body is relatively lighter without compromising the strength of its skeleton by filling its long bones with air. Cannon argues that the Darwinian notion that chance is the basis of evolution is a naive idea that does not align with observation and sound reasoning. There is an inherent guiding force within living beings that controls and directs their evolution. This is the logic of reason, common sense, and sound judgment. The logic of scientists who believe in creation with their hearts and minds, minds that do not accept fabrications about creation and the Creator, the Almighty. A living being cannot evolve itself. How can nothingness create conscious, thoughtful life? This creative order and precise discipline of the universe testify to this. These are facts that refute the idea of chance and leave no room for doubt that there is a supreme force governing this universe.